Yo, I know it's hard to deal with, but it's still fifth that I'm pledging, I'm legend like Will Smith. I'm trying not to be profane, but it still slip. Fuck it, even if I keep it clean, they would still trip and try to shut a brother down like a kill switch. Brotherly love like the boss trying to kill switch. Them hoods still pitch, them streets still pitch. Black, lot of setbacks, living be a real bitch. And I'm ahead of my time, I must be out of my mind. I think faster than a bullet flying out of the nine. They say I'm ahead of the game, I'm not even trying. I'm hitting a hell of a stride, I'm not even lying. I get around, get above and beyond. I get back when them setbacks rubbing me wrong, or cats mugging me wrong. And I know I would be wrong if I just clap until that motherfucker be gone. It's like, check it out. The way I'm such a highly esteemed type don't even seem right, cause I'm nicer than Al Green or Leontine Price. Steady getting my calcium, a G I'm eating like. Take a look at the house we in, everything tight to nice. Keynote speaker, flows is cold ether, and make it seem like he's supposed to smoke reefer. Could've been a street sweeper, I chose to look deeper than the Grim Reaper. And now I'm one of the stars in photos from Annie Leibovitz and David LaChapelle. They say the money making jam boys ringing bells. That's how you do for yourself, like mine's number 12. Cause brothers out in the hood be hostile as hell, so my brain full of city noise. I'm just a Philly boy that stay black enough for you like Billy Paul. The mayor hit me with the keys to the city, y'all. As for these other MCs, we getting ready, y'all. Do it.
Is a lyricist for hire. My vocals a passport that never expire. The crowd loud like 50 rounds of gunfire, screaming out the roots while I'm balanced on the mic wire. An expert at this profession of the sound session. In 87 I linked up with Question. 11 years later we shared crop, forgetting in a musical hell, but hip-hop's forever heaven. My thoughts interwoven in deep like Beethoven. This foul world so full of shit, it's like a backed up colon that's rolling with minds that got stolen. Fake police chiefs can't control their patrolmen. The torture, blood flow like bodies of water, and father sexually assault bodies of daughters. It's out of sync, out of order like a puzzle within the hustle of the unseen hand that holds trouble. In the game of life, it's difficult to roll a double in trying times to take lives and separate couples. Kids thinking they grown, telling they moms fuck you under their breath. We living in the last times left. Peep the imagery is stretched across the sky like a canvas, and where the art is beneath vigorous brush strokes of darkness. Time to hold it down, let's spark this. Yeah, I'm saying spark this. For real, the agenda for the moment, see surrender from opponent. Recruit more for student enrollment. I travel the world because I own it. Yo, you don't want it, you don't want it. You know you really don't want it. The agenda for the moment, seek surrender from opponent. Recruit more for student enrollment. I travel the globe cause I own it. You don't want it, you don't want it. You really don't want it. Yo, my definition is a lyricist for hire. You couldn't have a clue what's about to transpire. The books I buy is like arms I acquire. The fifth similar to ghetto gospel choir. We explore the whole states plus abroad. In flight once, I dreamed I was a prisoner of war. Four corner corridor, ceiling without floor. From what I could see, the drop was like a mile or more to the bottom. Electrical shock for rhymes, I said I don't got them. I guess it kinda presented a problem. From what I understood, they said let them go. I woke up during descent into London Heathrow. An hour done passed, fucking with border patrol. Finally got out, I'm linking with my people to the studio to spread the information. Cause in days of frustration, it's time for education. From Oakland to old soccer destination. The roots be the John Kid, check the translation in the dictionary of hip-hop topics. Far from ebonics, murder with haikus and sonnets. Yo, my Philly squad keep it tied while the unaware proceed to take heed. Check it out, you know what I'm saying? Words born, on and on and on. Ain't another contender. The agenda for the moment, see surrender from opponent. Recruit more for a student enrollment. I travel the world because I own it. Yo, you don't want it, you don't want it. You know you really don't want it. The agenda for the moment, see surrender from opponent. Recruit more for a student enrollment. I travel the globe cause I own it. You don't want it, you don't want it. You know you really don't want it. The agenda for the moment, see surrender from opponent. Recruit more for a student enrollment. I travel the globe cause I own it. Hey yo, you don't want it, you don't want it. You don't, Yes, I. Check it out, my sound surround like a crown of thorns stuck into the planet. Another MC's is left stranded, afloat breaststroking. They leather neck stretched open, freak style forever wet soaking. Keep your lady open, most handsome. I propose a toast to the fifth, Dinah's anthem. Fierce frequency pierce your eardrum. Hip hop continuous grind, trying to come up in a strenuous time. Yo, here come the prime culprit, leaving weak rappers insulted. My pen voltage is shot, the paper that drop, the flavor that define nature. A message to the fraudulent squad. I hate ya, you're blowing me. What the fuck you really showing me? Yo, you can't rock, you get dropped out position. It's poetry to make the best glisten and make the rest just listen. You acting like I'm speaking Mexican. Dig it, I'm Black Thought from the fifth end. My style changed like a deranged, psychopathic. Strangely I jam, just like traffic. The exquisite, vivid, graphic. Live it authentic while you represent plastic. Yo, LPs get bent backwards, stepping into the dark. When I enclose the park like steel fences, I'm only inches away from the DJ by the benches and attack loops and sequences. I backslap an MC senseless. Represent this illa fifth type. Dundee might wrangle a missing link. I outthink, then overangle ya. Perform your murder on camera, then confess, then testify with the medical examiner. The roots is the top notch. Ask your manager, any veteran in my regiment. I handle a mic on point like a tip that's hollow and flip shit for your click to swallow. To all the dreamers you initiated, now follow the fifth Dundee, the concerto of the desperado. This rap shit within my brain like a tumor while constructing the rhyme. I serve the consumer that's worthy to read. Bless whoever heard me. When I start touching it, don't disturb me. I accompany superbly. Rhythm that get your mind thirsty. When I rock, it's something to see. One time for your mind, yo, authentically genuine. Representing Philly side, fifth dime. Here we go, check it out. Sub-zero, cold from the Krush intro. The temperature alone, shadow weatherproof window. Removing adrenaline rush tempo and leave y'all rappers screaming about who stepped on toes and cut your throat. So what you can't fuck with though, you know it's me and that. Poetry to act, injury to insult when thought again. The what and the where, the why and the when. A be explained, music ease the pain, tease the brain. The flow like sex in the rain. Hit them like they hit the projects with the crane. Hit them like they hit the black man with the blame. Hit the people like I'm busting a gauge with good aim. Tell them bang this dangerous masterpiece. It's not a game to heat, pulsate through each vein. Stimulate the ghetto, that's the reason Reed came. It feels so surreal, it's hard to keep sane. Unplugging, it seems like it's gonna get ugly. I come to operate the spotlight, shine above me. Just make a little noise if the crowd love me. The way I do it make these other rappers sound funny. Come on. Let's do it right. It's like, what's up? Everybody wanna get nice, but everything come at a price. It's like everybody got their own vice. Mine, weed, and the mic. And women that I need my life. Some sprung out on religion and believing in Christ. Next man need the money, stay pulling the heights. While the other one a fiend, stay huffing the pipe. While this next one a fiend, stay fucking your wife. Try to get a youth advice and guide life. Young boys in the street getting high tonight. Young brothers upstate hype trying to fight. Real bitter cause they niggas ain't flying a kite. What I do is for them chain cigarettes, smoke heads with bad nerves. Old men in the barbershop using bad words. For people in the darkness, unseen and heard for hip hop. Don't get the meaning slurred, my flow's disturbed. Presence is the most preferred. I descend upon Japan in the Boeing bird. Talk hustle, about 4 million served. Still swerve, directing y'all light spills, bird jets. Stand off at the door when I step in the place. It's like the law coming trying to pepper spray in your face. If you a weak nigga, stay in your place. My name Reek when I speak, thoughts travel at alarming rates. Come on, start with the roots. I step into the vocal booth, armed to the tooth, cause the people want truth. We all want clothing and food and want a boot. So I stand up, say what I say in front of you. Coming through, feeling something new, chill for a few. I know you probably wanna keep it real for your crew. So pull out the hardware, do what you trying to do. So I can grab a mic and do what I'm dying to do. The turntable is Krush on the 1 and 2. And it ain't no need to tell you my name, you know who just. See, that's what I'm talking about. Ride.
This guy will kill you to death inside of 3 rounds. This guy is a wrecking machine, and he's hungry.
Humor, these niggas making me laugh. A natural born hustler got to make that cash. A natural born freak, she gotta shake that ass. Anybody trying to eat, they gotta break that fast. Million crabs in a barrel, wanna make they splash. The quick way fast, nice niggas finishing last. It don't matter, yo, the speakers or the hammer can blast. I handle your ass, you slippin', I'ma take your stash. It's black ink, what you think is you ignorant or what? Life's a bitch, I tell you when I'm finished with this smut. Smoke token, power broken, brother, syndicate it up. See them spinning satellite dishes, they're sitting on the truck. No, we'll drop fast to your lip and your jaw. Lady hitting me with the number like give me a call. I ain't doing no graffiti, but I'm quick on the draw. Paint a picture of a pistol while I'm kicking your door. Get on the floor, and I don't mean to dance and tight. With all the DJs in the bar and the fancy lights. I'm talking about them rats and roaches, ants and mice. Cement floor, you nap for the rest of your life. Cause you's an amateur and rapping a professional mic. Who need to get his chin slapped with a professional pipe? Why? But then the cops will wanna cuff my wrist. That's not my twist, I'd rather blow the spot like this. I'm at a table with 5 chicks, that's not my bitch. Stupid niggas trying to figure how he got my bitch. Because I laid the law and hem it up, stitch by stitch. Play tough and I'ma cut you like you a sandwich. I'm just a calm, nonchalant, not giving a fuck type. And you all uptight, and you can't fuck right. And still you want a lady who just can't get enough right. Well, that's the reason that she with us, alright? Give me a life for this, split for hip, no kush, I'm holding. Big wheels are rolling, bigger bills I'm folding. Cash flow controlling, accounts on swollen. 1 ounce on purple, another couple on golden. Twist this, I bake the whole project's biscuits. This kid is a trendsetter, y'all just misfits. With a gang, I've been better, y'all just been getting shit. Now this a life or death predicament. I step in with a vendetta, then start spitting shit. The spit game just ridiculous. Y'all motherfuckers insignificant. I'm 357 magnificent. Stay playing with them bad bitches. You feeling me, man? You know y'all niggas ain't stopping the thing. Whoa, dog, see, I've been up on top of my game. Yo, dog, see, I'm never gonna change my name. You better pump your brakes, us, change your lanes. Because fam, you know they finna lift the semi-automatic band. They finna have them in the ghetto going at it, man. They bring it to your block and have it like Pakistan. Philly boys making noise, clinging like static. And them young cannons even jump out vans and leave you laid out, stiffer than the mannequin stands. You get sprayed out, clapped with mechanical hands that kick back, huss you and your mans that get zapped. Just keep thinking the inks that people's enjoy with. I cold-blooded kill shit, keep on doing it. Cause that's my pleasure, it's the people's enjoyment. Gangsters holler at me if you seeking employment. Sure kid, that's only if you willing to learn. Cause it's a hard grind, but it got a heavy return. I seen some hard times, now I got cheddar to burn, but still got more cheddar to earn. This black ink, nigga. Fuck y'all, ain't safe no more. I said, I've been off the chain since I lost my brain. This franchise player has never lost the game. They say loss of sanity is the cost of fame. In that all-terrain rover that cost some change. I'm Philly bound on the turnpike crossing lanes. I'm all over like a shooter with awful aim. Pull up and crush it till they usher me off the stage. From the Boss Brigade, and we toss grenades. So give me that like the group home of Sharon Jones. Jam Boy Militia in it for life. Aaron Jones, I'm on top of the world, but I ain't there alone. Cause wifey with me with them Bugs Bunny carrots on. I'm in a herringbone suit, I'm so baritone. I am never satisfied. Welcome to the Terror Dome of the greatest man alive. Basically a miracle. Body slam the beat like I'm the killer Chris Jericho. Switch up that scenario if y'all really hear me though. Excellent Imperial, I do 'em something terrible. Shit that make your ladies think of doing something terrible. When you slick as this and make them women wanna stare at you hard. They ask, who are you? I say I'm a marvel. Looking at these job turkeys thinking I'ma carve you. I'ma hurt you if I catch you out here after curfew. Real niggas stand up, spend your money, argue. This time is for the uninvited. Somebody pocket got a gun inside it. Who catching laryngitis? Black door spit shit sicker than everybody. If you ain't already know, you finna hear about it.
Yo, marble on the floors, 50-foot ceiling. I pull a heavy black curtain back, now revealing the sun beneath the velvet, and like it was mine. No one else's, embracing the beams. I just felt it and stood there, feeling it getting charged. Turn me loose upon the streets, the range poet at large. Go for your arms, whole arenas reach for the stars. I bleed these bars, vocal cords rough as guitars. We rock shit hard, remain true, banging what we came through. Anguishing, physical pain too. You got the deal with it, the game true. That's why I persevere and swashbuckle suckers like a fucking musketeer. The label coming at me like, wait a year, but for what? I got the shit the people ready to hear. My chest getting tight, heavy to bear. The grease bout ready to smear. Y'all niggas ain't near prepared. You better prepare for war, prepare for war. Remain true to what you do and be careful. Your broadcast from brotherly city of schemes. Fucking monsters and hideous fiends. I wonder who will stay true.
Time after time, rhyme after rhyme, every beat, every hook, every line after line. When I come through and I write these lines, stay true to what I do and it'll all work in time. Time after time, rhyme after rhyme, every beat, every hook, every line after line. When I come through and I write these lines, stay true to what I do and it'll all work in time.
Now I done been through a hell of a lot. The sell of a Glock, once or twice the sell of a rock, the sell of the block. You know I got to pedal the plot, the sell of the snot. You niggas know that kettle was hot, if metal or not. The freight for that pebble or rock, so devil will drop. Then we gotta shovel the slop, the level is hot. Right before I come outside into the vibe. Horse ride, making you bob, we on a job. And militant flex on the side like black mob. Listening to black vibe with the transport and smack job. Now act live, put you in the floppy disk back drive with exact ties. July's getting baptized. The rap guys getting cracked by the stack pies and act wise. What the fuck, nigga, we Mac wise. Then jump on a bus run because he snuffed one. Plus he had a tough gun, he was a rough one. From the brotherly city of schemes, full of monsters and hideous fiends. I wonder who will stay true.
Time after time, rhyme after rhyme, every beat, every hook, every line after line. When I come through and I write these rhymes, stay true to what I do, it'll all work in time.
I'm escalating down Lancaster Ave, pumping the juice crew. Meditating on how times is crucial. Look, bruh, do not let the streets seduce you. The old heads schooled me when I was a pupil. I try to keep it true as they used to. I'm conscious of this environment that we move through. Them shites niggas will try to use you, but leave that alone. Zone, slide off, hustle your own. Fuck jail bars and making them collect cars home. Domino effect, son, I suspect they all clones. Scan they retinas and check they barcodes. When the beats drop, the rate of they hearts roll. Now, who control it when he rock shows and move the crowd like cargo? Come on, y'all know the roots rock New York to Sao Paulo, keeping y'all bouncing without playing Bardo. From out the brotherly city of schemes, from all the monsters and hideous fiends, it ain't the way that it seems. They got us busting multiple magazines, steady feeding y'all the shit you believe. I wonder who will stay true.
Time after time, rhyme after rhyme, every beat, every hook, every line after line. When I come through and I write these rhymes, stay true to what I do, it'll all work in time. Time after time, rhyme after rhyme, every beat, every hook, every line after line. When I come through and I write these rhymes, stay true to what I do, it'll all work in time. Time after time,
This ain't a game. This ain't a game. No, this ain't a game.
There it is. Come on. story time, story shit. You all tucked in? Look, the first time I fell in love was a doozy. Every time before I only ever dealt with a floozy. Then she came through like something out of the movies. All my people used to tell me how to lie to use me. Let shorty seduce me, cause she gentle and juicy. She don't be dealing with no other gentleman, do she? Admit her whole presence was adrenaline boosting. She had the kind of frame that made you draw a conclusion. What a frame, then a brain in the way she be moving. An angel might have came, it's hard to say she was human. She was crazier than Tracy and Susan, classier than Cassie and Khadijah and Octavia Newman. Lasted whole summer like a vivid illusion. And then came the day I found out I was moving. She was fuming, jumping out of socks and shoes, and took the needle off the record, tried to stop the music and said, look, ooh baby, please don't leave. Wait a minute, because I need your positivity. Hold up, ooh daddy, please don't go. Look, I got to show you why I need you so. Come on, look, planes, trains, automobiles, the tour bus, telephone, telegraphs, ways of keeping in touch. Couple minor differences, but they ain't deeper than us. I'm a backwood brother, she be keeping the duck. Regardless, being apart should just twist this tight. But doing wrong couldn't make this right. We need each other to walk like, talk like a grown woman or a man with somebody trying to figure what their heart like. We got to recognize people could be shark like, preying on the weak like creatures in a dark night. Love, we got to move smart from the start like a bank robber sitting with the cops at a stoplight. Do like nothing man and Mary do. On some shorty, I'll always be there for you. But be easy, cause we got to be careful too. Hold me down, I'll be back in a few. I'm still hearing you singing, ooh baby, please don't leave. Wait a minute, because I need your positivity. Hold up, ooh daddy, please don't go. Look, I got to show you why I need you so. Come on. And she was like 20, a stolen moment in time was paradise to me. She used to keep it shaking like a paradise for me. Never needed the question what she sacrificed for me. She was caramel complected with a body like Kevin. How many years was we together? Probably like 7. That Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somali type loving. Shoulda knew I would never find somebody like. Look on one Friday night session, a minor indiscretion almost had me like what Usher sing about in True Confession. I was wishing I could go back, make a minor adjustment, but I knew that kind of throwback simply out of the question. I knew love's not possession. Wish I got in a message instead of blocking my blessing. Now it's gotten depressing, I gotta stop and address it. I ain't trying to stress it. If I could get you back, I learned the valuable lesson. Love. Fate was to be great. Had he escaped from the chains that brought him to the States? To save face, he made more than a few mistakes while back chasing his roots like Henry Louis Gates. Respectfully, the trajectory, he remained in it. He tried to walk on water instead of wade in it. He been from cradle to grave, he's been a king and a slave. The menagerie, America, he was made in it. Instead of waiting for Superman, his people had a plan. They were sticking it to the man whose energy was spent like solid gold Krugerrand. Cause everything he did came back like a boomerang. A ruler without a throne, the ruins are not a Rome. Intruder without a home, a heart made out of stone, a blade made out of bone, and skin of a copper tone. A loner but not alone, the child that's got his own. NOIR. The way took some time to catch on. His spade was brave, he wasn't afraid to press on. Neither was his child because he had raised the weapon that aimed at the same prize. His eyes were kept on surviving on soup kitchens, red lines, and newspaper clippings where he was in the headlines for being degraded, segregated, and redlined, and blue-collar crimes that could've got him fed time. Where funds is critical and sons is killable, that unfulfillable 40 acres are tillable. To make it in general would've taken a miracle. I pray for the earth, the day the meek will inherit you. A singer that says rejoice but couldn't lift every voice. Deciding your life or death is making a heavy choice and lifting a heavy weight with so much hell and hate that every day I awake is reason to celebrate. NOIR. And you say New York City. My cheapest t-shirts cost me $4.50. Listen, for me to call it a while is go Philly. And shorties in the front row flashing both titties. The texture of my voice is coarse, it's so gritty that I can make the people revolt with no ditty. I used to kick it with Hex Murder, Frank Nitty in the D when he would bring J Dilla and Dank with him. 3 G's for mayor, a franchise player. Yeah, you might say I'm in the book of Isaiah. The highway is what is my way. I'ma put a polka dot on your dome and Kwame. This is the big payoff. Soliloquy of chaos. Another rapper gon' get rocked like Amadeus. Defeat or make a nigga get ghost like a seance. It's triple entendre, 3 stacks. Hey y'all, I plan to keep a band like Phalan until when my career's over like AI. It's me and the Muhammad's, Ali's, Bayas that never played the porch or ass for Mother May I. Listen, my calling card ball hard like armadillos. Rappers too thin to win like cigarillos. Shaking their hair back and forth like willows. But need to say the soft air, talking for the pillows. Whoa, I had an issue with a hater, now it's kinda squashed like a slug below the soles of the silent rhymes. My response, a stepping razor like I'm Father Taj. Exotic fabrics on my blazer like the Maharaj. Sick whips in my garage, roll with no entourage. But I roll with heat like I'm Dwayne Wade, LeBron and Bosh. I keep that paper stacked in layers like baklavas, even though they give a size free like the Amistad. I know I'm sort of pompous, no type of moral compass. Go right the fuck up in your mouth like I'm the orthodontist. Some rappers is just starting out, but me, I'm more accomplished. The Imperial black thought from the foreign objects. I created a movement, not just related to music. They keep asking me what's my take on the State of the Union. All these haters is human, but I'm a different breed. They be crazy cartoonish, but I'm in a different league. Killer colloquium, Kush roll with opium, making my associates act so inappropriate. I got weapons manufactured in the Soviet. Now I'm like Future on that, I just want a trophy shit. Ayo, the boss is back, take that. And while you at it, make my coffee black. I try to tell y'all motherfuckers on respond, react. I'm the nastiest to do it, as a matter of fact. Yo, who your top 5? J, Biggie, Block 9. I ain't trying to hear another name if it's not mine. Any side talking, I'ma consider it shots fine. At the outlier and start it up like a hot wire, nigga. Tell her first when we fell in love, but I should've left alone like well enough. Trying to buy a dream, she was selling drugs. See, that's the irony, like smell of blood of our relationship or whatever the hell it was. Keep stinging, but I never let it kill the buzz. At first it hasn't hit you, then it does. I made the DJ promise to never play this record again because before cellular phones were educated and captured actually photographs that never faded. A DJ got a request to play the favorite record on the radio of his ex, but never played it. And though the lady was vexed and devastated, she took a yoga lesson and stretched and meditated. It then created a curse that's dedicated to the most hated bitch ass nigga she ever dated. Tore through an entire library, one book at a time, looking for rhymes, inspiration, some open in line. A marketing plan like having a coke and a smile, a heart in a hand, though passion had broken it down. She placed brick by brick like the China wall, queuing up the theater lights before the monologue. Cancel the reservation at the Gaza Void. We got to start fucking with the condom on. I couldn't tell her first when we fell in love, but I should've left alone like well enough. Trying to buy a dream, she was selling drugs. See, that's the irony, like the smell of blood of our relationship or whatever the hell it was. Kept stinging, but I never let it kill the buzz. At first it hasn't hit you, then it does. I made the DJ promise to never play this record again because picture the 80s ethos on the East Coast. Police coke, weed smoke, government cheese toast. That's when I graduated out of the freak show. They grow up on the corner where the killers and creeps go to speak low. You know still waters is deep, bro. The streets know somebody get a shot, it's a free throw. If anybody hear gunshots, then it's beat though. Finito, everybody rolling with heat show. Side effects of the Zoloft, the guns go off and the Dumbo off. For the amount of jumbo cars, before the prologue, oxygen in the lungs go lost. They said they never seen another head slump so hard, or seen the people breaking out like the mum so hard, or ever seen a heart physically jump so far. At the service they never heard a song sung so hard, till it was on the radio, the #1 show off was playing. I couldn't tell her first when we fell in love, but I should've left alone like well enough. Trying to buy a dream, she was selling drugs. See, that's the irony, like the smell of blood of our relationship or whatever the hell it was. Kept stinging, but I never let it kill the buzz. At first it hasn't hit you, then it does. I made the DJ promise to never play this record again because thinking like, hey yeah, lightning is hard to capture twice. When I was in my bachelor life and I was mad at life, thinking I could see serious rewards without the sacrifice. I survived on bearing bad advice before I had a wife. I remember knew a Tanzanian Zanzibar Swahili girl. The day we met her was something from a Fellini film. She passed my table at brunch and made my Bellini spill. Then grabbed the napkin, I seen her arm was graffiti filled. I said I like your sleeve. She said I love your music so much that sometime it choked me up. I gotta fight to breathe. Don't judge me like a book's cover because looks might deceive. But if you like to sit and talk a while, I like to leave. I told her you need not repeat yourself as bad as you are. We left and walked and talked about everything that mattered to her, like foreign policy, race, gender equality, climate change, fashion, arts, the global economy, about how to keep part of a relationship is honesty in. How a virtue is hard as something she could promise me. Well, I said I dig the fact you woke and you keep it a hundo. But rushing in like fools doing something I never done so. Since time is of the essence, if I enjoy your presence over time, I might be so inclined to let you have some lessons. I see it different cause my frequency is different. You can't be under wing unless you equally as gifted. That's yet to be determined. The jury's still pending. What's the use of pretending it could be a happy ending when I... Yeah. Shit crazy. Shit crazy. Shit crazy. Shit crazy. Shit crazy.
We got to get it one a little at a time. Zen Approach, gradually I'ma get mine. Black y'all from the legendary fit down. Yeah, you wasn't paying attention. Them henchmen hit the entrance. Trenching wasn't no means of intervention. $1 bill will make 110 yen, son. How much you willing to sacrifice to win, huh? I personally done paid mines and then some. Climbed up an inch at a time. Now who the Zen one? If not self, whom else could you depend on? Friends gon' swear it's alright and probably been wrong. I got them battlefield dents in my armor. A twitch from the drama, the trees and bad karma. But yo, I'm a precision procedure performer. We operate every night and leave in the morning to get you high as a kite's the reason you want it. It's like a direct flight from freezing to burning hot shit. The audience fiend for this fix, and Krush come with the guillotine for this mix. Like 9 for 9, we got to get it, but a little at a time. Zen Approach, gradually I'ma get mine. Black thought from the legendary fifth dime. Talk about how 9 for 9, we got to get it, but a little at a time. Zen Approach, gradually I'ma get mine. Black
They fingers on the carousel, locked in position. It got to be my man to turn to the tactician. You all at a hush, silent, trying to listen. You wanna feel this realness that reeks spitting. It got your head split, your eyes can't stop twitching. The only thing that you can do is rock to the rhythm. Thought putting down, cause see the world renowned. See me licking rhymes, rapping like I'm firing rounds. And you now in tune to this infinite sound. And the revolution popping off right now. I make you raise your fist, raise an eyebrow, raise your fifth and bust it at the flag like blow. The fuck boy niggas try to keep it on a hush, but Black Thought spit it cause the people want to rush, you feel. That's why the audience fiend for this fix. And Krush come with the guillotine for this mix. Yeah, line for line, we got to get it, but a little at a time. Zen Approach, gradually I'ma get mine. Black Thought from the legendary fifth dime. Talk about how line for line, we got to get it, but a little at a time. Zen Approach, gradually I'ma get mine. Black Thought, legendary fifth dime. Yo, I got that Renaissance turn of the century choke, and I'ma do the people right if y'all just give me the vote. We finna ride, hang 'em high, Krush, give me the rope. See all them porcelain tin cats getting you broke. One at a time, now let's focus on who to dine. When your blade sharp as mine, the people want you to rhyme. They want you to spill. For me, it's not nothing for real. Me and my man running Japan, he tough on the wheel. He blow your mind like busting and steel. I get a crowd something to feel. The sound got the power to heal. It's like the Green Mile, now I need an hour to chill. A quarter a kill to burn while patrolling the field. I'm putting rappers out cold. I done rock from Tokyo to the North Pole. Whenever my man programmed the passcode, y'all receive the fix. And yo, Krush come with the guillotine for this mix. Yeah, line for line, we got to get it, but a little at a time. Zen Approach, gradually I'ma get mine. Black Thought from the legendary fifth dime. Yeah, I'm talking about line for line, got to get it, but a little at a time. Zen Approach, gradually I'ma get mine. Black Thought from the legendary fifth dime. Yeah, line for line, got to get it, but a little at a time. Zen Approach, gradually your mind. Black Thought, legendary fifth dime. Section, yeah, real for real.
Mama, pray for me, please. I'm going outside. I'll be on the corner where my father died. I just hope my honor isn't compromised. It's the only thing I own. Mama, stay for me, please, until I'm grown. I can't face the troubles of this world alone. A world where they don't love me when they make it known. Such a heavy cross to bear. It's really real out there.
Yo, I can still hear my mother's voice telling me what to do if I don't have another choice. To never give the devil a reason he should rejoice. You better than the ignorant heathen, so kill the noise. I've been down on my luck till I was rail thin. I slid way out of touch into a tailspin. But I can tell you this much, your reflexes come through in the clutch, as long as you don't ever fail them. Hey yo, my moms used to make beds and vacuum and pick up dirty towels in hotel bathrooms. I used to hear my stomach rumbling in the classroom. I used to wish I could run up and pull a fast move. Remember listening to Marley sing the belly full. When you shivering where you stand, they can tell you cold. Sometimes you might have to crease, but just never fold. And if you sing for your supper, never sell your soul. It's really real out there.
Pray for me, please. I'm going outside. I'll be on the corner where my father died. I just hope my honor isn't compromised. It's the only thing I own. Mama, stay for me, please, until I'm grown. I can't face the troubles of this world alone. A world where they don't love me when they make it known. Such a heavy cross to bear. It's really real out there.
Mama, you wasn't privy to the shit we did. The drama of a gritty inner city kid. The karma of the half moons and pyramids. Gang life at the crib is inherited. Cause when the shots are lick off, you knew I could get picked off. For you to lose your only son would truly be a big loss. You kept me in the sports and my thoughts on higher learning. On Reverend Wright sermons, a black Christ returning, desires burning. I was yearning for them thick girls. You dropped gems and quick pearls. Said Ross, that's a big world for you to dance in, sing in, dream in it. Any room you enter, just be a king in it. Back then it seemed vintage, I kept a team image. It's rules to this game, me and my team scrimmage. Now I see Bennett and the hood in a different way. My life's a gift I won't give away.
Mama, pray for me, please. I'm going outside. I'll be on the corner where my father died. I just hope my honor isn't compromised. It's the only thing I own. Mama, stay for me, please, until I'm grown. I can't face the troubles of this world alone. A world where they don't love me when they make it known. Such a heavy cross to bear. It's really real out there.
Rest in power, rest in paradise. If I could change matters, I would spare a life. Cause lives matter, it's clearly nothing as dear as life. You have become a symbol in the spirit life. Rest in power, rest in paradise. If I could change matters, I would spare a life. Cause lives matter, it's clearly nothing as dear as life. You have become a symbol in the spirit life. In America, one tradition that lasts is black blood woven into the fibers of the flag. Not addressing the problems of the past. To nowhere fast, we're following the path. So-called leaders on higher for the clan. Still raping and setting fire to the land. Well, that's the climate, how can I become a man? If survival is a triumph and we got the underhand, listen. One killer, one child, one weapon, the shooter was unthreatened. 71 seconds, so many unanswered questions. I see reflections of myself, I feel like in fatherhood, we are connected. Too long before the shooter was arrested. So wrong worldwide, we've been affected. To them it's real, sins of the father remembered still. For every Trayvon Martin there was an Emmett Till. How many more kids will we wait for them to kill? My tears collecting like raindrops on a windowsill. If the wounds heal, the memories never fade. I wonder if you're in heaven's 11th grade. 6,230 days, too young of an early age. Such evil and worldly ways, the thing in which we believe, the way in which we behave, the way in which we've evolved, the mindset that we became. Listen, rest in power, rest in paradise. To all the babies too young to have had to pay the price. Cause lives matter, there's clearly nothing as dear as life. You have become a symbol in the spirit life. Rest in power, rest in paradise. Know as long as you still got somebody here to fight, your lives matter, there's clearly nothing as dear as life. You have become a symbol in the spirit life. America the ugly, this country is deep to say the least. As from Louisville, Kentucky to LA to the east, where the race been on, though recently I've been making peace with the fact black bodies are worth more if they're deceased or trapped in a 9x12, awaiting our release, not taking it upon ourselves to break away and teach the next new crop before they face the next few cops. Cause a traffic stop at night alone could get you popped. Nina Simone sang, what's the matter with you, rock? Is it my hip hop? Hey, what's the matter with Tupac? We will finish the journey from Mecca to pilgrimage. Build bridges over burial grounds. They filled with us. I grimaced upon a photo I found. A still image of a friend who said to lean on him like Bill Withers. I wish he was still with us. They issue moratoriums on the truth and label us revisionist historians, changing the point of origin and all the events. Any prince with some kind of sense is all arrogance. For generations they ain't shown us that the American modus operandi, the holders, controllers, and try to fold us. But watch your body.
Not gonna bring me down today. Don't wanna see another American heartbreak. Oh, you can't keep me down. Oh,
yeah.
America.
Watch your body for me.
I wasn't built to breathe. I'm gonna be another American heartbreak. My soul you won't take. You can't keep me down.
The beast brand is strong, to each man his own. For every Tamika Mallory and Nicole Hannah Jones. Get up like Jalen Rose so they don't stand alone. Leaders understand the codes, pawns do what they suppose. In part, this heart of stone is for you to make it home. If I perish when you're grown, I want you to take the throne. But when driving you a target, don't be talking on the phone. You an alien, you might as well be walking on the moon. When you walk into a room, never shrink so you can fit in. Your beauty and your brilliance ain't built to keep it hidden. Your path, more like the vision of Richard Wright, was written too long ago to given, too strong to be forbidden. So whether saint or sinner, here's the tenor like Kamasi. I'm from the kind of posse that's down with Ta-Nehisi. Clowns could try to box me, their hate can never stop me. I'm a product of American heartbreak, but watch me, I'm still a problem, lifting my wings. Despite the system that vilified the victim, I'm still alive and kicking. I'm a striver, survivor, a husband and a father. From the bloodline of kings, I move different and young. Watch your body.
Not gonna bring me down today. Don't wanna see another American heartbreak. Oh, you can't keep me down. Oh,
Yeah,
America.
watch your body for me.
I was